Hello, I'm Rod Haler of Old Bailey Solicitors, and this is the first in a series of short videos designed to help people who are representing themselves in the Magistrates Court. These videos are not aimed at lawyers or advocates. They receive their own training. People choosing to represent themselves has become more common in the last few years. Some people are not eligible for legal aid and either cannot or do not want to afford a lawyer. Some feel the matter is relatively simple and they won't require the assistance of one. You might think I would always recommend you instruct a solicitor, and there are certainly circumstances when you should. But in many cases, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to make a good job of it with a little help. This short series of videos is designed to provide you with some knowledge, skills and structure so that the whole business of going to court is not quite so daunting. I plan to cover a number of topics: entering pleas and sentencing options for the court, a basic plea in mitigation, and potential pitfalls in sentencing. I'm going to start with the structure of the Magistrates Court and some procedure. If you've got to go to the Magistrates Court, then you've either been charged in a police station or you've received a summons or a postal requisition. You will be facing an allegation and the paperwork will specify which piece of law makes it an offence. The best thing to do at this stage is to go onto the CPS website and find out a little bit more about it. This is a great resource and it will tell you what has to be proved and what sentence the offence carries. Offences fall into three broad categories: summary only, which includes most motoring offences, minor assaults and some public disorder; indictable only, such as murder, robbery or rape. For these you definitely need a lawyer; and either way offences. These include thefts, burglaries, drug offences and more serious motoring offences such as dangerous driving. These offences vary in their gravity. Except in the more serious and complex cases, the magistrates are going to expect to make some progress at the first hearing. They will want to know what your plea is. We will deal with that as a separate video, but if you are in any doubt as to your plea, you probably do need to speak to a lawyer. In many cases, you will be eligible for some free help from the duty solicitor at court. Take it if you can. In broad terms, people who plead not guilty need to have a trial, and people who plead guilty need to be sentenced. These days, many cases can be dealt with at the first hearing if a guilty plea is entered. If the court is going to deal with your case at that first hearing, you need to be ready for it. I'll deal with mitigation in another video. If you're attending court for the first time, follow these basic rules. Turn up in good time and tell the usher you've arrived and ask if there are any papers in the case that you can have. Ask to be introduced to the prosecutor, and when you meet them, be polite and explain you're on your own. If you're well prepared and civil, they should be pleased to help. But remember, they're not there to represent your interests. Be polite to the court staff. Their assistance can make a world of difference. Finally, remember this: it's good to be well prepared, and these videos are designed to help with that, but nobody is going to expect you to be Perry Mason. You're not an advocate, and nobody expects you to be. What you need is some knowledge and some structure and some basic skills on how to present your case. As long as you have that, the court will understand if you fail to articulate yourself well. The key advantage you have over an advocate is that you're acting on your own behalf. This allows you to demonstrate your sincerity, and that is a key skill in the Magistrates Court. Watch the remainder of these videos and we'll get you going. If you're still unhappy about representing yourself, contact us via our website.